Yeah, hi everyone. This is Lakshmi. Welcome to our new podcast from Everyone Who Codes Tech Community. We help software engineers land jobs through our customized one-on-one mentorship by strong industry professionals with one clear goal to helping you land your next tech offer faster. We have had our mentees getting offer as fast as 3 weeks. Today, I'm excited to kick off this series with Sania Dureja, our next guest on our podcast. Sania, could you please share a short intro for our audience?
So, thank you so much, Lakshmi, for having me here. Hello, everyone. I'm Sana Dreja, an incoming SD1 at PayPal with experience as a former software engineer at PayPal, AI intern at Nix, and a couple of more. I've also contributed to research, publishing a research paper, and filing a patent during my college days. I'm passionate about sharing knowledge, mentoring, helping people crack SD internships and placements, and upskilling in the tech space.
So, Sania, we are so excited to have you as an expert speaker today. So happy to welcome you to our channel.
Thank
So,
you.
yes, so we are diving into a topic which is a challenge for many engineering graduates. Okay, they face like finding a job in the final year or maybe internship in this market. So we have Sania, who's a new engineering graduate and who has been successful in getting an offer with PayPal. So this discussion will provide insights to help other graduates, who are finding it so difficult to navigate in this challenging market and how to stand out in this today's competitive world. And we are, of course, going to focus on software engineering roles. Okay, so let's get started. We have a set of questions for Sania. And to begin with, Sania, what is the ideal roadmap, for a student to to go from a beginner to being internship ready? And what are the core areas should they focus on to effectively prepare for SDE internships? Or maybe that could be for a new graduate for a SDE role.
Okay. So to start off first, one has to actually focus on DSA because it's the most important thing. You get it in the online assessments, in the tech round. So it's genuinely important for you, for any student, to be able to crack those interviews and, land up at opportunities. So stick to one platform, one trusted sheet, and build a consistent coding profile. So don't, take up a lot of resources and try to cover all of them. By one platform, I mean like one resource. Maybe you're referring to one particular course for DSA or maybe one YouTuber, and like one particular resource. So follow that. I would recommend for C++ for the DSS sheet, I would recommend Strivers. There's a Take You Forward platform which has been launched by him. For Java, you could maybe refer to Kunal Kushwaha, and there are a couple of more resources. Again, building a consistent coding profile is very important because it showcases that profile on your resume. So it shows the recruiter that you have actually been practicing DSA and you have great problem solving skills. So we have a couple of platforms. Leetcode is there, HackerRank is there, Code Forces is there. So there are a couple of more. So you could choose whichever you're comfortable with and then continue in the same. The second thing which comes in the roadmap is strong grasp core subjects like DBMS, that is database management system, operating systems, computer networks, and object-oriented programming. So these are also essential for all technical interviews and the online assessments. So with DSA, these subjects also have to be focused on. The third thing is explore and build. So try out different domains. It could be AI/ML because it's like the need of the art these days. It could be full stack development. It could be it could be again blockchain. It could be cybersec. So whichever domain interests you, you could choose one and then go into deep in it and build strong personal or collaborative projects because projects showcase your hands-on learning. So they are really, really important and they hold a very important chunk of your resume. Fourth thing is having real world exposure is very important. So we need to participate in hackathons, contribute to open source, apply for research programs, and most importantly, get awareness about the opportunities, the internship opportunities early on so that you don't miss out on opportunities and you don't, keep everything till the last moment. The fourth thing is, and actually the most important thing to focus on, and that is a culmination of everything here, is your resume. So maintain a clean resume on Overleaf and keep your LinkedIn and GitHub profiles up to date because they will reflect your work, and the recruiters will get to know about you through those platforms. One more thing to add on is have a good portfolio website. Nowadays, people are actually making great portfolio websites using AI. The thing, making portfolio websites has become very easier. So I would recommend you all to make a portfolio website of your own because that website will be a reflection of your personality. The next thing is previous year questions and soft skills. Previous year questions actually matter because you need to have a collection of those kind of questions which are being asked in top tech companies like Amazon, Google, PayPal, so that you actually get to know like what kind of questions are being asked in the technical interviews and you practice those properly. Again, work on your communication skills because recruiters, hiring managers, or the organizations these days, they're looking for graduates or students or tech people who are actually good with their communication. They have great leadership qualities, they have collaborative nature, and they, build a team and work in their organization. So you have to have a very good balance. You have to strike a good balance of tech and, communication together. This is also important in your future. Like wherever you go, communication will always be most important thing. The last thing which I wanted to cover as a part of this roadmap is join communities and network. So be a part of student and tech communities to gain access to hidden opportunities, mentorship, and peer learning. So network with many people as much as possible so that you get to know about the current tools and technologies. So these are the core areas that one should focus on if you have to land up great internship opportunities or job offers at for SD roles. Yeah, so that's all from my side for this question.
Okay, awesome. That's a lot of information and really valuable information. And I know it's difficult to get into each one deep dive. It's really very difficult, but I think we should do something on that later, some other time. But I
Definitely.
think mostly it's like you have so much, tons and tons of information, resources around. And I think it's very, very important to go with one, right? Rather than being confused, at this point of time and trying to make use of all the resources around and just be smart and see what is the one which is helpful for you for your career journey. That is what is important, and our viewers have a great amount of information to refer to. Okay, so let's now go to the next question, that is, what is a smart DSA strategy for consistent progress, without burning out? I know we know people spend hours together, right, every day coding, and they move from easy to medium to the difficult one. So, yeah, what is your strategy? How do you generally work around? So, please do share. Yeah.
Yeah, so the smart strategy that actually worked out for me, and I feel that it's a good way to actually, analyze everything. So it's a 60-20-20 rule. I would say that 60% you should focus on DSA and the CS fundamentals. 20% could be your academics and CGPA, and 20% could be your domain and extras, like your projects, open source hackathons, and all those things. So like use a 60-20-20 rule as a guiding ratio, not a rigid structure. The idea is mainly to balance DSA academics, and practical work. And most importantly, avoid burnout, like set weekly goals instead of like daily pressure, set weekly goals, track your progress, that is very important, and focus on consistency over perfection. So even 2 to 3 questions of DSA a day, every day adds up. So if you're starting very early, I would recommend that you try doing 1 question a day, at least 1 question a day. And if you have had, you have developed a habit now and slowly, steadily, you're good with concepts. So 2 to 3 questions of that particular sheet which you're following will help you a lot. So in this way, I think you'll be able to fix up a routine for yourself and then, you can alter it and then manage everything together.
Yeah, awesome. Yes. Have you heard about that habit? Like you start something and you continue it as a routine for 21 days, that becomes an habit. I think that is what we should focus on, at this point of time. Start something small and then keep going. And once you are able to get that habit, it keeps moving on, right? So that's a great
Right.
advice, Sanya. And how important is CGPA really? Okay. So how
Yeah.
students or graduates, they can stand out with a slightly low score. So could you answer this?
Definitely. So many people have this misconception in their mind, like if they do have a slightly lower CGPA, they cannot land up at opportunities. It's not like that. For I will segregate into two parts, like off-campus internships and on-campus internships or placements. So CGPA for off-campus is usually just a basic eligibility filter. So like you should have somewhere around 7.5. That is the standard which most of the companies do keep. Some are even putting nowadays are putting 6+ as well. So again, you have to read the job description very carefully and see what's the criteria for that particular organization. In some companies it could be 7, in some it could be 7.5, and nowadays again, as I mentioned, some people are keeping it like 6 also. So off campus CGPA is again an eligibility criteria, but the major focus is on your resume and skills. So focus more on your DSA projects and practical experience. Make your resume very nicely, make it very strong, so that you have a decent CGPA, which is maybe you're able to clear the eligibility criteria, and then your profile is like your resume is very strong, so that
Mhm.
you land up at those opportunities. Again, compared to on campus, it's a little different, because there's so many students in the college and the crowd is so huge. So for on campus, the cutoff is somewhere around 8.59 or higher for initial shortlisting. Again, it depends from college to college, so you could connect with your placement cell and like ask them that what is the cutoff for whatever companies that are coming to your college. From my final take would be, aim for a CGPA of 8 or above to be
Mhm.
on a safe zone, like for off campus and on campus both. This is a balanced benchmark that keeps you safe for both of these processes. So even with a lower CGPA, you can stand out definitely through your internships, project work, open source contributions, again, solid LinkedIn, GitHub profile. That can always be the case. But then for off campus, do not miss that eligibility criteria. And for on campus, initial shortlisting might have some specific cutoff, so, do ask your college and, be aware of all these things, so that, you're not losing onto opportunities just because of your CGPA. Yeah, that is my answer.
Okay, thank you. So yes, so basically the CGPA, it definitely makes a difference, right? Actually, and how to be mindful of that. So thank you for answering that too. So, okay, what are some smart or underrated strategies that students or new graduates can use to discover off-campus internship opportunities or new job opportunities, like a software engineering role? So could you share some tips to prepare an effective cold email to be shared to recruiters or hiring managers, so that moves to a recruiter screening call or an hiring manager call?
Okay, this is actually a very important question, and this is actually the need of the hour these days. So, you need to use specific platforms like LinkedIn is very useful in these cases to be able to actually connect with people and find the opportunities. Again, being a part of the communities, as I mentioned earlier, so that you do get the notifications for the openings, because off-campus internships and also job openings, it's very difficult for anyone to keep a track of what kind of openings are coming in, what's the timeline. Again, there are some specific timelines, but if you're part of those communities, like tech communities by amazing YouTubers and maybe students also, so you do get a notification every day that these are the kind of opportunities that are coming, or maybe it could be a event, whatever it is. So keep it a point that you're part of those and you keep on checking those, so that you don't miss out on opportunities. And also do connect with people on LinkedIn, so that many people put hiring posts, right? So they actually help. So they give you an idea of what kind of openings or opportunities are coming your way. Again, the second part to it is like cold emails, because LinkedIn DMs, people do DM a lot of people, with the resume template, or maybe referral template, or cold email template, or maybe something, to inquire about openings. So DMs are becoming very stale these days. So it is difficult for people to, check those DMs. Again, they are working professionals, they are, starter founders or some other tech seniors. So they don't have time to actually open LinkedIn and check DMs of so many people. So for that, cold email is becoming the new oil. So you can fetch the emails of people if you're not connected with them on LinkedIn through, there's one extension known as Sales QL. So you could use it, you can fetch the emails of people and you can mail them. Because again, email is something which people often check, right? Instead of LinkedIn DM. So there are chances of you getting replies. Again, cold email is something, your message has to be very appropriate because, if you write very lengthy essays, they will not be able to,
Mm,
check your emails. Again, in our cases also, we do miss out on those emails which are very lengthy and there's too much text, right? So we have to keep a very short and nice message so that you can easily slide through their inboxes. So for a cold email, in order to prepare it, the most important thing maybe I could cover for a referral template if you're asking someone for a referral. So you could have the four most important things which you should generally have in your message. So you have to add the role that you're applying for. You have to add the company name very clearly. In the subject, you have to very clearly mention that I'm requesting for a referral for this so and so job role and for at your organization. The names has to be very clear. Again, you have to add the job link so that they do know what, they do have that particular job link and the job posting ID as well. Apart from that, in short, in 4 to 5 lines, just add a very small paragraph like why I'm a right fit for the role or why me, so that they do get to know about you and add your resume as a drive link with a view access. And then again, best regards, and then you can add your portfolio website if you have, you add a contact as well, you add a LinkedIn profile, so that it's a very short and crisp message and it helps you get replies from a lot of people. So this actually helps and this has helped a lot of people. It has helped me also get referrals from a couple of places. So I'm sure if you follow this strategy, then definitely you will not miss out on opportunities.
yeah. Actually, yeah, this strategy actually to find missing opportunities, which is not on the career websites or maybe not on LinkedIn or you can't find them on Google. So once you reach out to hiring managers or recruiters, there are things which you may not miss out basically. So these are great advices to go about, and of course to have a concise message, cold message, which is very personalized and they could respond back, if you are the right fit for the role applied. So yeah, thank you for sharing. And now let's get on to the next one. That is, okay, do research papers or publications, do they hold any importance when it comes to tech placements or internships at this point of time?
Yeah, so research papers definitely add a value. I've also published one research paper and a patent. So in
Mhm.
today's competitive space, actually, everything, anything that enhances your profile helps you stand out. It's not mandatory like a
Mhm.
research paper, but it can definitely give you an edge, especially when paired with solid skills and projects. So, if they have so many people, they have a lot of things in common, like whenever they, sending your resumes to companies. So, DSA is common, CS fundamentals is common, projects also somewhere or the other, every person will include 3 to 4 projects. But, research is something which people slowly and steadily are getting into. So if you have one thing which is like a differentiator from the other people, so why not? Definitely give it a try. If you don't get it published in the first go, then it's okay. You will develop a habit, you'll understand the process. And I'm pretty sure if you follow the right strategies again, the right kind of papers you need to write, and the right kind of papers you need to refer to, and the right kind of professors or maybe the right kind of conferences if you apply to, then definitely I'm pretty sure this will add a great value to your profile. Again, there are many people, they're applying for masters, so research is something which masters, if you're applying for masters, this actually adds a very great value. So I would suggest that why not give it a try. So keep upskilling and consistently improve your profile.
Yeah. That's a good point. Everything is the right timing, the right place, for opportunities to come up. But we need to do the start, you need to start somewhere.
Mm.
So you
Right.
finally end up with an opportunity. Yeah, that's a great point. So now going to the next one. Do online certifications really matter? We see so much about Udemy, or could be Coursera. So are these really important to be mentioned on your resume? And are projects or skills most important? What do you think? Are these, when trying to get an interview, for an internship or for a new graduate? What do you suggest?
Yeah, so my suggestion and based on my own experience would be that certifications do matter because they are, reflection of your hands-on skills and learning initiatives. So, but again, you have to choose the right certifications. So avoid cluttering your resume with only Udemy and Coursera. Instead, you can include relevant and recognized certifications which are there, which are, which you can do, which are being offered by top tech companies itself, like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, PayPal, Cisco. They do have some free certifications available on their websites, which are really great. So you could do that instead of just, again, Udemy and Coursera. Again, there's one more important, website. It's known as Forage. It offers virtual job simulation. So basically, the companies themselves, they have made specific courses on that particular website with respect to particular job roles. So if you do those, they will actually give you a hands-on experience of how what kind of work is involved in those kind of roles. So whenever you apply, the companies do feel nice, and they you do get opportunities because they feel that this person has actually done some of our own certifications. So, you do get recognized in the interviews or maybe when your resume is getting shortlisted. So, again, projects and other skills and everything is obviously important, but certifications also do matter. Again, quality is important than quantity. So, do the right kind of certifications and choose them very wisely so that you can, hold more weight overall.
And these are something which I also usually suggest when they come up for resume review. When engineers come up and they include Udemy or Coursera, I said, no, no one, none of the hiring managers,
Right, right,
they look up this. These are not information which should be coming up in your resume. Okay. So thanks
right,
for
right.
highlighting that. Yes. So we have, let's go to the next one. So does attending college fests like Mood Indigo or networking with students from other universities hold any real value in terms of internships or career growth for
Right.
software engineer?
So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, there was a very great saying by one of my seniors in PayPal, and it actually resonated with me. So, he said to me that, Sana, your network is your net worth.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I truly feel that it actually applies in every scenario in our, in our life. So definitely college fest like Mood Indigo, if people may not know what Mood Indigo is. So it's the annual cultural fest of IIT Bombay. So
Mm-hmm.
different colleges, they have multiple fests every year. So definitely these fests, technical events, speaker series, they do add value, and they are genuinely important for your tech growth and for landing internships or placements, and a couple of more things that you plan to do in future. So they offer networking with top students, access to hidden opportunities, and amazing chances to actually meet industry professionals. So definitely network. If you're networking on LinkedIn, if you're networking in person, I would suggest, it's an amazing way to do that. You have to be part of, the community so that you get to know about the current tools and technologies. Because, if you just code on a laptop or just, try to explore things, you may not, find amazing opportunities that, different colleges, different students are actually doing. It's very important for you to connect with people, right? Like-minded people so that you get to know about their mindset, what they are thinking, and again, industry professionals, because so many things are going in the companies which we may not be able to encounter. So this helps this helps in our overall growth really. And also you may not know, in future if you might you might have met someone in a technical event in the past, and God knows if you're fortunate enough, then you might actually with that one particular connection you might land
Yeah.
up at an amazing opportunity. So it could do wonders to you.
Yes, yes. I totally agree with that. Now, even for me, or I've seen people, it's only with networking as well as with referral. And when you use LinkedIn, okay, that's basically creating the genuine connection. And I have got a lot of opportunities, really a lot of opportunities, and it's only through LinkedIn and referrals. And of course, referrals would be, of course, your peers that you worked with, your ex-colleagues. So these are two which really worked out for me, and it works out for everyone. So that is where it is. So I
Right.
wouldn't definitely, you shouldn't miss out these fest or networking, as you said. Yeah. those are great points. So finally, we are coming to the end. So we have the last question. So finally,
Okay.
if you want to give one golden advice, to aspiring interns or software engineers, what would that be?
So my advice would be start early, stay consistent, follow a clear roadmap. Again, try to take feedback from people, try to connect with your seniors, your mentors, so that you know the actual process. Instead of just, beating around the bush, you should
Yeah,
connect with those who have been through that process and they have actually seen the realities and they know everything from start to end. Most importantly, dedication over time always beats that last minute hustle. So keep exploring, keep learning, and keep upskilling. Even if you have cracked your tech internship or your placement, still keep on exploring, keep on upskilling yourself because tech is so uncertain, it's so wide. So don't stop, keep on hustling so that you
yeah.
do amazing things in your life. Yeah.
Yes. Thanks, Sanya. That is way lot of information, valuable insights, And of course, in today's competitive job market, what really helps you is basically to stand out, and that too by mastering real world problem solving skills, earning those valuable certifications, building those strong projects which you can add to your portfolio, joining the right communities, having those genuine connections so that you build solid networking skills. So these are the ones which you have really focused on. And thank you for bringing this up. And so for our listeners, if you're looking to grow in your career, so start implementing these tips as shared by Sanya from today. And I'm sure our viewers found this session helpful. So we have more expert sessions coming up. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And don't miss out on any future insights from such engineering experts who are coming up on our podcast. So thanks for watching. And until next time, keep learning and keep growing. Bye for now.